Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Sorry. I'm good. How are y'all? This is going to be a short live. The hubby's watching a baseball game, and I got things to do around the house. But I just I want to come on and give, I guess, my closing arguments because I'm closing this chapter. So,
Gamecocks have stranded 4 of the last 2 innings. Not to be outdone, Tennessee has stranded 5 of the last 2 frames. Abernathy's grounded out. They've stranded 5, Tommy, but they had 2 very big 2-out hits. That's allowed them to stretch the lead. That's really been the storyline.
so I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to be respectful of everybody. And I would hope everybody would be respectful of me. And it may sound selfish, but I am going to be respectful of my husband because he don't ask for very much, but he is watching a ball game. So this is not going to be a very long live. But for the few people that are in here, here's what I want to say. Okay. We'll just wait and see how many people join. A lot of people are live and they're talking about
what you should and what you shouldn't have done.
What I should have, what I shouldn't have done, and why I held on to what I held on to, and what I did, and how I did it, and the way I moved, and that stuff. So, so just waiting. We were up till like 4 o'clock this morning, and we have never done that. It's like weird for us. So it's just crazy that everything that transpired and everything that happened. And it's okay to stream me. I'm good. You can stream me, whatever you need to do. But I feel like I need a voice, and I'll just do this on my own platform. So here's what I want to say. Yeah. I don't think anyone should define how I feel, define me as a person, or to say that I'm a horrible person for holding on to receipts that I have. Because isn't this app about, quote, receipts? Am I right or wrong? And if you don't have those receipts, you're just talking out the side of your mouth. Am I right or wrong? Okay, so the reason why I held on to those receipts was for incidents that has occurred over the last 24 to 48 hours. That's why I've held on to those receipts. Had I not held on to those receipts, my words would have just been just that, words. So what I want to say is not everybody on this app is going to quote like a certain person. I don't need validation from anybody. Bougie was my friend at that time. She was doing some yuck shit. And half of some of the things I learned about last night. So she was doing terrible things. Was I playing a part of that? Yes. Was she doing that to any of my quote friends? No. It was the same people who was dragging me through the mud for just coinciding with Bougie. Because let's be honest, you don't know who I truly am. And you don't have to. You don't have to know who I am. I am good with you painting your own picture of me. I'm good with that. If that's how you want to view me, that's fine. That's your opinion. And opinions are like assholes, and we all got one. But what I won't do is listen to somebody say, you're just as guilty, you're just as whatever, because you condone to it. There's one thing that nobody will ever be able to say, and that is that I shared this information with anybody, that I sent screenshots to anybody, and that I passed this information along, because I didn't. When it got to my phone is where it stopped. I didn't share anything with anybody at any time to keep feeding off the bullshit. So I don't need anybody's validation to feel like I'm a good person. I know the person I am. I walked away from the situation, and the intentions was to walk away from walk away from this said person quietly and just let everything go. Just let it all go and be done with it. But everything doesn't always work in our favor. And I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. So today is the closing of the chapter. I am freeing up space on my phone and deleting everything out of my phone. So if something else comes up about this, it's going to be, Stephanie, do you have the receipt? No, I don't. So then I'll be labeled a liar or whatever to fit my narrative or whatever. So I'm done. I would rather have my phone full of private photos of my family and our moments we get to spend together than to have my phone filled up with a bunch of garbage, because that's exactly what it is. I can sit with who I want to sit with and talk to who I want to talk to and be friends with who I want to be friends with. And there should not be any kind of judgment there. Because we like who we like, right? We like who we like. I don't have to like you. You don't have to like me. But you don't have to call me names and belittle me because I don't want any more involvement in the bullshit. everybody on this app knows that Moonflower is my ride or die. Has been for a very long time. And she has protected me, but at the same time, she has put me in my place on multiple occasions. And I will go out on a limb and I will say, if you have a problem with her, then yes, I have a problem with you. She's loud. She's aggressive. She's to the point. She's rude as fuck. But you know what? That's my homie. And I will protect her as she has done me. So, now that I'm closing this chapter, I don't want to hear anything else about it. Bougie will have her day. And the focus at this point needs to be on Bougie and who all's information she has. Because private conversations that I had with several people last night via phone, the problem started there. Bougie. I have not given anybody's information to anybody. It is in my phone. That is where it has stayed. That's where it is going to be deleted. And I'm done. So I hope everybody knows where I stand. I hope everybody knows that I'm done with the bullshit. Please don't ask me for stuff. Please don't ask me for screenshots. Please don't ask me for, quote, receipts, because I will not have them. I have a different set of friends than what everybody else has, but that gives you no right to talk on me. Because until you get to know who I truly am, you have no place saying anything about me. All this time, I thought I was doing something that was right and making those aware of the things that were being said. Meanwhile, I had people dragging me on other platforms for doing my phone dump and, listening to phone calls of where OG is in the wrong and Bougie is in the wrong. And so I hear OG is going to have this live today and play the entire call. And that's okay. Because you'll reap what you sow. And the next time I go live, I'm going to have amnesia about every bit of it. Because I'm done. I'm done. So, that's just what I wanted to say today. I like who I like, and that's my prerogative. And you like who you like, and that's your prerogative. And you don't have to drag. I like who I like, and that's my prerogative. And you like who you like, and that's your prerogative. And you don't have to drag me because I don't like the same people you like. But I do want to stress that it was stated, if somebody did that to my friend, I would go directly to my friend and tell my friend Okay, so first of all, these people were not my friends. These people were the same people who was dragging me only because I sat with Bougie. That's the only reason why that I was being dragged through the mud is because I sat with Bougie. That's the only reason. You can't tell me another reason. So I'm done, y'all. I'm done. And we touched on it last night, and I'll touch on it again today. My information, yes, was put out there. Everything was put out there about me. Everything about my life was put on a doxing page. My husband offered a reward for who could give him the information of who put those most intimate privacy pictures on TikTok for the whole world to see when some of us were at our very lowest because we were losing or have lost family members. I will do it 10 times over if I have to. Bougie has not let any of my information go, but I'm sure it is a matter of time. And if it happens, it happens. And honestly, I don't care because most of you folks have seen every single inch of my most personal life. So I don't care. It's out there. I don't care. Go ahead, baby.
So I watched. I was in Smashley's live last night, just minding my own business because I just like to listen. But he had somebody saying, and it got brought up again about the cash out, me offering money for somebody's information. I'm not in that particular situation. I didn't offer money to dox somebody. I offered $500 to just find out who the person was that made the doxing page about you. I don't go around on TikTok offering money to find out who people are. I don't give a shit who you are. If you want me to know who you are, that's cool. But other than that, I don't need to know who you are. But whenever you do some fucked up shit, yeah, I'm going to do that. When it pertains to me and mine, of course I'm going to do that. So we can clear this up right now because it keeps getting brought up every time I go into a live. They'll at me and say, "Are you're the person that offered the cash out?" And as I've explained 1,000 fucking times, yes, it was me because somebody doxed you and me. If it
And
was
I agree.
anybody else and you didn't know who it was, I would hope you do the same thing so you could get that fucking resolved. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if you know everything about me. And I've said this over and over and over until I'm blue in the face. I don't care. We don't care if you know everything about us. It's already public. I mean, anytime you go buy or do a big purchase like a home or house or anything like that, it's public. But just like I said last night, the only reason people are afraid of getting doxxed and that when it happens to them is because they get on this app and they spew a bunch of fucking nonsense bullshit out of their mouth, thinking they're the baddest motherfuckers on this app and nothing can happen to them because they're hidden behind a telephone or a computer or whatever device that you're on to get on this app. You get on this app, you think you can do whatever you want to do and there's no consequences. But somewhere along the line, You have trusted somebody to give them your name, and that's all it takes is your name. Then guess what? Somebody is looking up your information, and the next thing you know, it's out there. And then guess what? You're not behind the scenes of a phone anymore. You are out there. So all the shit that you have talked, you're scared because now somebody knows where you live. Somebody knows everything about you. But if you get on here and just fucking be normal, you ain't got nothing to worry about. And when we got doxxed, we were fucking normal. That shit came out of nowhere. We wasn't talking about nobody. We wasn't doing nothing wrong. Nothing. But somebody took it upon themselves just to find out where we live, just to initiate fear in somebody. I'm not fearful of anybody. I don't get on this app screaming and yelling at somebody. I don't believe in all that bullshit.
Well, I have. I mean,
But that you're your own person. I'm talking about me, what I believe
right.
in. And the only reason people do that and are afraid of getting doxxed is because they get on here and they fucking betray to be somebody that they're not. And then when they get their shit put out there, oh, they're scared for their life. They're scared. I mean, they're deathly scared. And that goes for anybody. But if you get on here and just be a normal fucking person, you ain't got nothing to worry about. And just like Florida man last night in the comments and Smashley's live. Oh, Zaddy B has done a lot to a bunch of people. No, motherfucker, I ain't done nothing to nobody because I'm not like that. I respect everybody. That's my problem. I give respect. I don't get on here harassing women or all that nonsense bullshit. I'm respectful to everybody and always will be because that's the way I was raised to be. So that shit can stop too. Because if you want a conversation with me, I'll have a conversation with you. I'm not. It don't worry me. I don't give a fuck about that. But I'm just tired. I just go in people's lives just to fucking listen. And most of the time, if I scroll into a live, I'm just scrolling through TikTok and you're on the FYP, and I scroll right back out of that motherfucker. But next thing you know, I'm getting people are at me saying this, that, and some bullshit when they don't even fucking know me. Because if you knew me, you know what type of person I am. And I don't get on here to do a bunch of fucked up bullshit. But one thing I ain't gonna do is
Well,
let
can
you
you
sit up
clear
here
up?
and disrespect my wife. I do know that. I do know that. No matter what it takes, I'll do whatever. And I think a lot of people know that.
Well, well, you were looking, you were offering money for
Oh yeah.
whoever's
Oh
information.
yeah.
Fuck, I don't remember who it was.
So
Something.
that
Will you
got brought up.
clear that up, please?
That's what got brought up last night. Somebody, I can't remember who it was, saying that I offer money for this person named Peace that I don't even know who the fuck it is. And every time I go into a live, they try to at me and say you did this, did that. I don't want your information. I don't know who you are. So in other words, I don't need to know who you are. I don't need to know your name. You ain't done nothing to me. That Peace, whoever that is, they ain't never done nothing to me. You ain't never done nothing to my family, so I don't need to do anything to you. Now
So
you
please.
go to fucking doing some fucked up shit, yeah, I will. I will. But until then, I don't have no problem with nobody. I mean, it's just I don't. So we can get that cleared up. Whoever Peace is, which I don't care who you are, I don't need to know your information. I don't need to know who you are. I don't need to know who you are. I don't need to know where.
And he definitely
And
sure
if you
offered $1,000 for your information.
and people fucking think that I'm going to give $1,400 for a random person's name, you've got me fucked up. The people that have shit in their life, that keep shit in their life, don't give it out on Face or TikTok, Facebook, any kind of social media for somebody's fucking information. Or at least that's what I believe.
Unless you pay.
That's just me. I can't speak for nobody else, but that's just me.
So I hope whoever, if you're streaming, and whoever, I hope you understand. It's okay not to like us. It's okay not to agree with what has happened, but to put a false narrative on somebody, I have saw people get drug for putting false narratives on people. And now this has happened 4 times with this grandma person and Peace. I don't know if I'm being strained. I really don't care if I am, but this has now happened 4 times. Zaddy B is the only fucking account that he has and that he uses. And he will never, ever offer 1,000, 1,400, whatever the amount is now. I don't even fucking know. Because I'm sorry, ma'am, or sir, whatever you may be, but that is my car payment, that's a house payment, or that's a utility bill or something. I'm not wasting my funds just to know who you are.
Now,
If
now
I
don't get
find
it twisted.
out
Now don't get it
that
twisted.
you have doxed me or you have put some of my most intimate photos or you are doing the fuckery that was going on, you fucking right. There's no amount of money in this world that I won't pay to press charges on your ass. Yes, I absolutely will. And
Now,
I will do it 10 times over.
if people don't want to, if they don't want to get in the situation they can't get out of, now don't go doing some crazy shit trying to put people's information out there and there not be any consequences. Because if you want to stay anonymous, then you don't need to do no fucked up shit on TikTok. But what I'm saying is, I would never offer money for random people's information. That's, for one thing, that's weird. It's just weird. But, and I'm not a weird person, but if you do something to me, I'm going to retaliate. I will retaliate. So people that think they can get on TikTok and be anonymous and think that nobody knows who they are and do some crazy, vile, dumb bullshit, there is consequences. And you're not always gonna remain anonymous because somebody that you're gonna get close to, you're gonna tell them who you are. And the one way to get to people is monetarily. I don't give a fuck what you are or who you are. But in order for me to just go to that length, you have to do something to me that's fucked up. But for me just to be out here asking for people's information, that's not me. And I can wholeheartedly, with all honesty, say that's not me, and I'm not going to do that until you do something
So
to me.
please quit talking about him.
Another
Please
thing,
quit talking about him.
another thing I want to address too that come up in Smasher's live. I don't know who this dude is, but he didn't like the way that I started off your live the other day about there wasn't going to be any racism in your live, and I called my brother-in-law a black man. One thing I don't do is talk of, and I call my brother-in-law a black man. One thing I don't do is talk about, because I don't. That's just baiting somebody to get them to say something. For one thing, you're not going to tell me how I'm going to talk. For one, because I don't give a fuck. Because I can click out of this app and not click on this motherfucker ever again. I don't need validation from nobody on this fucking app. I mean, it's all fictional to me anyway. People say don't go real life, don't. Well, then keep it on the app. But what I was going to say is, how else do you refer to somebody that is not your race. I mean, I hear a bunch of people talking about YT, white this, that's stupid. White this, that's stupid. That's stupid. Knows the relationship that me and my brother-in-law have, or me and my family have. So you don't understand that. But if you want to criticize me for saying that my brother-in-law is a black man, I don't give a fuck what you think.
They some partners in crime. Quit playing.
We're thick as thieves. I don't give a fuck. You fuck with me, you're gonna fuck with him, and that's just the way it is. But you don't know somebody. I mean, and people get on here spewing shit out their mouth that don't know you. And for one thing, and just like I say again, you're not gonna tell me how I can talk or what I can say. Somebody else said, "Well, they're not African American. They are American." Well, no shit, motherfucker. If they're born here, they are American. But when you go fill out a job application, what does it say on the job application? Does it say American? Click here or swipe here or check here? No, it don't. It says Caucasian, African American, or Latino, or whatever the fuck it says. It just don't say American. There's nobody on this app that has referred to somebody just as an American. If somebody refers to me as a white man, I don't give a fuck. I'm a white man. You are a white woman or a black woman or a black man or a white. It's crazy to me that people sit up here and think that they can tell people how they can talk. But one thing you're not going to see me do is disrespect anybody. I don't disrespect anybody. And it's crazy to me because I don't even get involved in half of this shit that I'm brought up in. I just go in people's lives to click your fucking screen, tap your screen, or send you a gift and be nice. But here I am getting ridiculed for shit that I don't even have a part in. But there again, I don't give a fuck. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand about me. I do not give two flying fucks what you think about me. Because I don't get on this app to fucking raise my voice or yell and scream at somebody that I have never fucking met in my life and probably never going to. I'm not going to get mad at somebody that I don't even fucking know. I'm not wasting my time. But a lot of people get their fucking rocks off for doing that shit.
You'll be
Well, I'm
ridiculed.
sorry. I'm not that person.
Giving right now. I mean, you're going to be ridiculed, but
I don't give a shit.
yeah,
I don't give two flying fucks what people think about me.
same.
Yeah, and just like Punisher said, everything on here is about race. I'm 42 years old. And I get so sick and tired of people saying, well, we need to educate. You're not going to educate me on a motherfucking thing. I'm 42. I've learned what I'm going to learn. And I've learned not to fucking disrespect people. That's what I've learned. That's how I was raised. And if you still need to be learned something, if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s, there's a fucking problem with you. And you're probably never going to be learned. You're never going to get educated. And I don't understand it. I do not understand it. But for me, as far as me, myself, you're not going to educate me on nothing. Because I am educated. I do know right from wrong. I know that you don't disrespect people if you don't want to be disrespected. I don't care if you're straight, if you're gay or whatever, black, white, I don't care. If you respect me, I promise you I'm going to respect you. I don't care what you are, what you believe in, who you worship. I don't care about none of that. That doesn't define you as a person. If you're nice to me, I'm going to be fucking nice to you. You disrespect me, I'm coming for you. And I don't say nothing on this app that I wouldn't say to your face. And more than likely, that's the way I like it anyway. So that's all I gotta say. If you don't like me, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. I don't do nothing wrong. I don't disrespect nobody. I never will. You can fucking say what you want to about me. I don't care. I get on this app to fucking scroll through just to pass away time.
But
And that's cool.
believe if there is a problem, his DMs are open as well. So are mine. And we can address it and we can move on and we can be done with it. The fuck shit. Chris was on the phone on a call with me last night with a couple of other people that I don't have to mention. And we were talking about the same thing. Chris is he's in my lives. He watches, he listens, whatever. So I don't need anybody to protect me. I can protect myself. I don't need anybody to. That's not the point. The point is he is fully. We are fully involved in each other's lives, and we listen and we whatever. Chris told me months ago, Stephanie, you need to get away from Bougie's fucking ass because she is disgusting and she is vile. And every single call that I would have with Bougie, it would be on speaker, and Chris was home to verify everything that was being said because I do not keep anything from him. He told me, get away from this woman. She's got something going on that a lot of you just need to get away from her. What did I do?
So
I
yeah.
did not listen.
Oh,
So here we are now, and I'm still getting backlash for showing the truth about everything that happened and playing the calls about everything that happened, because there's one thing about me that I will stand firm on. You will not lie on me. And you will not say that I did something that I did not do, because I will go to the ends of the earth to prove you fucking wrong. But after today, with this bullshit, you can say whatever you want to say. You can feel however you want to feel, and you can create your narrative for me and whatever, and I am completely okay with it. You don't have to like me. You don't have to respect me. But if you do not respect me, just stay the fuck away from me. That's all I ask. And I don't think that's too much to ask for, because my real life friends are also my friends on TikTok. So I would love, I want quality over quantity. And my circle is small, and I care about my friends and would do anything in this world for them. But just stop painting a picture of me that's not true just because of what your clique or your friends think about me.
I don't get involved in women gossip. I don't get involved in women drama because that's just not me. I mean, that's what women do, and I'm cool with that. But when I have nothing to do with any of that shit, all I do is I just sit and I analyze and I just try to comprehend what the fuck is going on and why people do the things they do. That's all I do. And most of the time, it's just I'm flabbergasted at what the fuck the lengths of people go to just to say, "Hey, I know your name," or "I know where you live." I I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. And if you just, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna get off. If you really just look at what Bougie's done and the people that she's got the information on, these people have really big platforms, and when they go live, they have a lot of people in their live and they have a big audience. So the ones that she got information on, she was holding it. Now this is just my opinion. She was holding it as a leverage because at one time Bougie was going live all the time, but the ones that were obtaining more people in their lives than she was, she could hold that as a leverage. If they fucked up, I'm gonna release their name. I'm gonna get them scared, so they may shut up. You know, it was just a power trip with her. She needed the power. Anybody that does that type shit, it's just a power thing. It's a leverage thing. Because all the information that she's obtained, that's all she's done is got your information. She ain't done nothing else. They don't do nothing else. It's just a fear tactic. Try to shut your platform down. Try to keep people away from going to your lives, or, you know, people giving you gifts. It's if you really look at it, it's a fucking monetary thing too, because the less people that go in your lives, the less people that's going to tap your screen, less people that's going to send you gifts, blah, blah, blah. And it goes deeper than that, but it's just a leverage power trip.
Yep.
And then they got this cloud, you know, over your head in the back of your mind. Well, this motherfucker knows my name. She knows where I live. So I may just need to pipe it down a little bit. And then the next thing you know, she's in somebody else's live, on somebody else's platform, spewing the same fucking garbage that she did on the other person's live, until they get pissed off, until she finds out who they are. And then she moves along. She goes to the next person. She goes to the next person. She goes to the next person. It's a repeated fucking act of garbage. And that's all I got to say.
Okay. So I didn't know that Florida man spoke on my spouse. So okay, yeah. If you okay, Chris, can you get back in? Yeah, Chris, can you get back in the box?
I'm here.
Go ahead, Florida man.
I'm gonna get to a better service spot.
Okay.
So why should I be respectful when Zaddy over here, like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago was yelling to come talk to me on a live when I don't even know who you are?
Okay, so we can address this right off the bat. In a live, there was about 800 people in this live, and you said that you wanted to get me and Stephanie's information. Am I right or wrong?
Not yours. I didn't know you existed.
You said there.
Why do you want my information?
Did you not finish watching the live?
So just answer the question.
Why did you want my information?
Did you not finish watching the live?
No, I probably didn't. Why did you want my information?
So you missed when Moonbeam was like, I don't have anybody's information, and then she cracked, and then she threatened to dox everybody with the information that she has.
What does that have to do with me?
You didn't see the text messages I sent people being like, hey, I'm not really going to put their information out or even ask for it. I want Moonbeam to crack and get somebody else too.
Well, evidently we didn't see that.
No.
Yeah, you might want to watch the whole fucking live.
Okay, so
I'll just address
context matters.
I'll just address.
Don't just stop at the part that says I can use this against somebody. and get mad about it, watch the whole thing.
I'll
Yeah,
just
but that
address
has,
what I'll just
Waterman, that
address.
don't have anything to do with me whatsoever. With me whatsoever. Then why didn't you just say, well, I'll get Moonbeam's information? That has nothing to do with me or my husband.
You have a big part in this too. You're just playing. You're just playing like you're innocent.
No,
Running
I never
around.
said I was innocent.
You're
I
running around. You're running around trying to apologize to everybody. You are guilty in this.
Okay. I am guilty, but I have already made my peace and said and apologized and spoke my part, and I have not done
Remember a
it.
year ago when you approached me and you said, "Hey, can you help me go up to the Muffin Man?" And literally by the third message, you dropped her name, address, and phone number to me, and all I did was put her in a rap song, for like one line.
No, I need to see that screenshot because that is untrue.
Are you sure about that? 'Cause it's the Muffin Man.
I
She
am
doxed you.
I am 100% true. That is 100% true, and I can get that screenshot. 100%. I never gave you any of her information.
How did I know her name for the rap song then?
How did you know, Florida Man?
You.
No, you looked up her information.
How? Did I Google the Muffin Man?
Well, I mean, Stephanie's not the only person that knew her name.
Yeah, did I Google the Muffin Man? How did I look it up?
So what you're saying right now is that I gave you all of her information.
100%, yes.
Okay, so when I pull that screenshot and that is false, you will owe me an apology.
Go ahead and pull it from Snapchat.
No, I just became familiar with Snapchat like a month ago. I've never used Snapchat.
Oh, okay. Well, that's weird.
Yeah,
You're Lady Luck, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I thought.
So I'm Lady Luck on Snapchat.
No, no, that's who you were back then.
Who was on? What's my name on Snapchat?
I don't fucking know. I can go through and look, but it's deleted by now.
It's Stephanie, because I just became.
I wasn't going to say it because you were going to say I doxed you.
No, everybody knows that my name is Stephanie. So I know you are 100%.
Look, everybody,
lying.
I didn't dox her. I'm still not going to call her that. I'm still going to call her Lady Luck.
I know you're 100% lying about that because I've never used
Fair enough.
Snapchat.
Because I run around here lying, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You do, Florida Man.
That's your opinion. I can't help it that it's wrong.
But you are telling a
Why did
blatant
my phone get so heavy?
now.
Like it feels like there's 50 phones in my hand right now. Oh, Mallory popped up in a box. That's
Well,
fine.
this is not about Mallory. This is about me, you, and my husband.
I know, you got to give me a little warning when Mallory jumps in the box. I got to be like bracing my phone a little better. I almost dropped it.
Mallory is on mute, and she's going to stay on mute until I say what I have to say.
Okay, say what you got to
Never
say.
once have I ever messaged you on Snapchat. Never, ever. And I can prove that.
Okay.
Never once have I give you anybody's information. And I will prove that as well.
Well, this app is all about proof. If there's proof that she sent you her information, then where's the proof? That's what everybody wants on this app is
What
proof.
proof? Where was the proof that you ran around saying that I asked for y'all's information when you didn't watch the rest of the live?
I don't need to watch the rest of the live. I mean, I can just say what I want to say. If you ask for my information, I'm going to fucking say something.
My proof is back then I wasn't like super new, but I was relatively new. I was still making really bad choices back then by running my mouth and saying stuff that I really shouldn't say. And how the fuck would I know her name for the rap song if someone who had something against me
there
Tell me.
again, everybody knows her information. By then, by that time, everybody knew who she was.
I don't even know who the people I associate with
That's just
are.
what you're saying. But back then, there was more people than just Stephanie that knew her information, that knew her name, knew where she lived, knew everything about her.
Okay,
So
and
it's
I
easy.
didn't
It's just
associate with any
easy
of
for
those
you to
people.
come in here and say Stephanie gave me her information when you have
100%.
no proof of Stephanie giving you her information.
And I'll go get the screenshot. I don't delete anything. So I can debunk that.
You actually do delete stuff because out of that screenshot dump, I'm pretty sure you deleted some stuff.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay, so that was
What'd you do?
that was
What'd
a
you do? Hop on the phone mid
uh,
conversation?
okay, so what did I delete, Florida Man? Because I was ridiculed for showing information.
Absolutely. You should never do a phone dump like that ever. If anything, you should go to a trusted individual who is unbiased.
Well, it doesn't matter what everybody thinks, okay? It doesn't matter what you think people should
it
do.
does. It does.
It doesn't
Because you
matter.
cause,
No, the
really
fuck it
does,
don't.
you cause so
It,
much
it,
panic.
it does
and
not
so
matter.
much unrest with
It
that.
does not
with that
matter.
phone dump.
Sir,
It
It
don't
hurt
matter.
more than it ever helped.
is OG
It was
giving you
viewed for
people's
Mallory.
information
That's what
right
it
now,
was.
Florida man? Is OG and Bougie giving you information right now on people?
What?
Are you getting
Did you just
other
say is
people-
Bougie giving me
Are
information?
you getting other people's information from OG, who is definitely getting it from Bougie because they never stop talking?
They did stop talking.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
They're
they did.
still hanging out together. Have you see, you're not answering the question though, you're deflecting. Have you been getting other people's information from OG?
There were two questions there, and don't tell me what deflecting is when you deflect all the time. So how many times have I been in a live and I said I had the full? You quiet. I'm answering the question.
Have you been able
Eat a
Hold on
Cheeto.
now.
Eat a few
Hold on now.
Cheetos while I answer. Don't talk over me while I'm answering. Eat a couple Cheetos, and thank you. Mute. We don't want to hear the crunch.
Florida Man, don't talk
I don't
about,
care.
don't shame anybody. Don't do
I don't
that.
care. It ain't shameful to eat Cheetos. I eat Cheetos too. The more Cheetos I eat, the less she gets. So, anyways, I have the full chat between OG and Bougie. And how many times have I been live and said, there's nothing in there?
you threaten? Well, nobody trusts you, by the way. Number two,
I don't want
that's
you to
a
trust me.
lie because OG has done some really bad shit.
Remember when you tried to agree with me and I told you to go agree with anyone else? I don't want you to agree with me. I will change my opinion immediately if you agree with me.
Okay. Have you gotten any information from OG on other people?
No, but you have gotten it from Rissa because
On other people.
no, but you have gotten it from Rissa because she's the one looking everybody up.
No, she's not. That would be
Yes, she is.
an OG. Why did you threaten to dox two people yesterday?
Why did Zaddy B just threaten to dox somebody up here? I heard it.
No.
Who?
Wait a fucking minute.
No,
Hold on. He's deflecting.
hold on.
No, this
Hold-
is
hold on a minute.
It's a valid question.
Hey, hold on just a second. Hold on
Mallory,
just a
hold on,
second.
baby.
Hold on just a second. Who did I threaten to dox?
I don't know. I heard you say that you were
Who
going.
did you said I just threatened to dox two people?
Yeah,
So,
you said you were. If
Who?
they keep on, I'm going to put her name out there. I'm going to put all her stuff out there. Who did
That's
you
not
threaten?
what he said.
who?
What?
What?
I'm pretty sure you did.
Well, listen, I'm gonna mute you so I can talk. So because you're ignorant. So hold on a second. So what I said was, if you fuck with me, there's no amount of money that I wouldn't do to fucking find out what your name is. I don't
Michael
give a
Kennedy,
fuck. I don't care where you live.
Vincent's
If you
Indiana.
fucking dox me, if you put information about me, if you put information about me, yes,
Mike,
I would. But just going around fucking with people, just trying to find out what people's names are,
from your wife.
just going around finding out what people's information are or is and where they live at, that's not me. And I stated that 2 or 3 times earlier.
I roast people. I don't find out where they live.
You do what?
I said I roast people. I talk shit.
You
I
do
make
shit.
jokes.
You do shit behind the phone.
Do I?
You harass people behind a phone is what you do.
Do I? Everything I do it live.
On a phone, on a live, on TikTok.
Yeah, everything I do, all my dirt done live, so everybody can see, so everybody knows who I am and who they're associated
That's
with.
exactly who you are, a fictional person on TikTok.
I'm a stick figure on TikTok. Don't discredit
Exactly.
the
I know.
reality of the stick figure.
You get on this app and you fucking harass women. That's not
You sound like you're one bush light away from a racist meltdown.
a racist
Florida man,
meltdown.
you don't you ever.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
You
Don't you ever
ever.
tell me I can't call someone who
funny as
doesn't
fuck.
have
No, don't you
another race.
not on my platform you won't. Because
It's
I'm gonna
funny
tell
as
you
fuck.
right now.
I just did.
That just shows you how
You're dirty
ignorant
as
you
fuck.
you
are.
You're
are
guilty.
ignorant and
Leather
you
feces, you are guilty as fuck.
okay, when I post those fucking screenshots, when I post that shit, then I will need an apology from
The
you.
only thing he's gonna do is sit on TikTok behind a goddamn screen and run off at the mouth. That's it. So that's why I don't get upset. That's all he's gonna do. That's all he's ever do. That's all he ever does, and that's all he's ever going to do. So nobody needs to get upset because that's how he gets under people's skin, especially women. I don't give a fuck what he's got to say. I don't care because that's all he does is he gets people wound up and they start yelling and they start hollering and all that nonsense.
And for him to sit and say the shit that he has said, and for him to sit and say the shit that he has said, I will debunk it. Just give me a few minutes. I'll debunk that. And for him to, for people, you can support whoever the fuck you want to support. I don't give a good goddamn who you support. But for you to say that we are one comment away from being racist,
That's his narrative. That's how he's gonna.
You-
That's how he's gonna spread his nonsense.
you can kiss the darkest part of my ass, mister. And
That's
for
just,
you to also say that I've done some shit that I have not done makes you to be a fucking liar. You are a liar, and I will show that you are a liar. But I'm telling you right now, if you have got to say something behind a phone screen, because all you like to do is run your fucking mouth to women and trash women on this app, does not make you a man. It makes you a fucking nothing. So, Florida man, if you want to go there with me,
just leave it alone
we
because
can go there.
he's irrelevant. He's irrelevant.
We can go there, but do not write. Don't write a check that your ass can't cash.
He's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. He just admitted that he hides behind a keyboard. That's all you need to know about him.
And if you support a person who has done some of the vile, awful, craziest, toxic shit that this human being has done, that's on you. Because I will never ever support that.
It's easy for him to come in here in this live and say you gave a certain individual's information to him when he has no proof. This app is all about proof, right? It's all about receipts.
Right.
You got to show your validation or it's not true. But he can come in here and say you did this, this, and this, and it's believable. That's why I'm saying stop talking about it because at the end of the day, it ain't nothing but a lie. If you can't show proof, then it's not true.
I don't delete anything. So I will after today. So I'm glad he brought that shit up today. But let me go on back through my messages, Florida man. Let me prove you wrong. Because one, my name is not Lady Luck on Snapchat. My name is actually Stephanie. And two, I can go back through my messages here on TikTok and I can show the proof that I never gave you anything. But I can also show the proof where you asked me to send you some pictures of Petty. So I'll put that out there for you.
This Lisa woman, why are you worried about me? Don't worry about me. Why are you even in this live? You ought to be glad you're able to sit here and watch this live. I can block your fucking ass and you won't be able to watch nothing.